Two schoolgirls, Kaede and Risa, are excited to play the fantasy virtual reality game called New World Online, as it is brand new and very popular. Since Risa is not allowed to play games for now due to her poor performance in school, Kaede goes ahead and decides to try it out on her own. While creating her character, she decides to name herself Maple and pick the Great Shield class, as she does not like getting hurt. Deciding to double down on the decision to avoid pain, she puts all of her possible stats into defense. Inside of the game, a girl named Frederica gives Maple directions, telling her how to reach a place with monsters suited for her level. Maple goes there and meets her first foes, who are unable to hurt her thanks to her unwavering defense. Their strikes against her still cause her to gain new abilities, which makes her even tankier. She manages to overcome a monster that kept poisoning her as well, gaining poison resistance in the process. That monster drops a rare ring, which boosts her defense even further. Feeling tired, she dozes off in the middle of the monster-filled forest, and the monsters that spawn there end up grouping up and attacking her while she is asleep. Thanks to her massive defense and regeneration, she does not even notice they are hitting her. This causes her to gain another skill, which wakes her up and makes her jump in surprise once she realizes that there are monsters all over her. Deciding she leveled up enough for the day, she logs off and continues her adventure tomorrow. It is then that she meets another Great Shield user, Kuromu. Asking him where she could get better gear, he leads her to a player shop run by Ease. Ease explains that she needs a lot of gold to make her a good set of armor. Seeing as Maple only just started and does not have the required gold, Ease directs her towards a nearby dungeon. They both add Maple as their friend and give her some potions to help her out a little. Once Maple leaves, Ease and Kuromu are concerned that she might head for the dungeon on her own. Just as they feared, that is exactly what Maple did, as she enters the poison-engulfed dungeon on her own. Thanks to her strong resistances, she is able to push through and ends up in the boss room. The dungeon's boss, Hydra, proves to have an extremely potent poison attack, which hurts Maple quite a bit despite her resistances. However, thanks to all the potions she was given and her large health pool, she's able to tank the Hydra's poison breath attacks for so long that she gains complete poison immunity. Since the Hydra's attacks destroyed her shield and sword, Maple decides to defeat the Hydra by biting her. And so, bit by bit, Maple eats at the Hydra until it is finally defeated. Thanks to the way she defeated the Hydra, she gains its abilities to use as her own. In addition to that, she also finds a black set of unique armor and a matching shield that perfectly suits her playstyle. Using her new gear, Maple starts defeating lots of monsters and eating them to gain new skills. Time comes for the first ever in-game event, and it is a massive battle royale among the players. Maple joins, and even though she is a lower-level character, her defensive build and powerful gear create quite the overpowered combination. While not even trying to perform well, she ends up attracting a lot of attention as all the players who attack her get defeated with ease. Those attacking her get devoured by the shield, while she destroys everyone at range with the Hydra's poison attack. And so she ends up placing third in the event. Her friend Risa is jealous that she was unable to compete in the event as she could not play. But now she can join Maple, and she wonders what kind of character she should make. Learning that Maple uses a great shield and has trouble moving around quickly, Risa decides that she will play a very agile character named Sally. Once both of them are in the game, Sally decides to help Maple gather some materials for Ease, which are needed for another shield Maple wants to have crafted. Soon enough, they reach the location Ease told them about, and there they start fishing for the materials. Deciding to put her agility to the test, Sally lets Maple fish while she dives into the underground lake to see if she can gather resources quicker that way. This turns out to be the best way to do it, as she not only gets more resources, but also discovers an underwater cave system. The two of them keep coming back to this place every day, slowly but surely powering up their stats. After exploring the cave system for a while, Sally finds the location of an underwater dungeon. Since Maple cannot dive with her poor agility, Sally decides to try and take on the dungeon on her own. The battle is challenging, but Sally is quite a pro at the game, and in the end, she manages to defeat the boss on her own, getting some nice gear as a reward. Thanks to the event where Maple placed third, she has attained quite the reputation among the players already. During a visit to an in-game cafe, she and Sally stumble across Dredd, who placed second in the event. While talking with him about the places they could visit on this stage of the game, before they proceed to the next one, he tells them about a spooky place where they could get a useful skill. After they arrive at the place, it becomes apparent how scared Sally is of ghosts. Using an abandoned cottage to hide from all the scary monsters, the two girls find an NPC who rewards them with a special skill, after Sally heals him and allows him to pass on to the afterlife. The skill is a perfect fit for Sally, making her even more agile. Deciding it is time to move to the new second stage of the game, Maple and Sally go ahead and challenge the boss of the first stage. The boss is a massive deer-like monster that keeps hitting them with powerful vines and roots. As it requires a lot of movement to avoid them, he manages to throw Maple around until she becomes too dizzy to continue fighting. Not giving up, Sally continues the fight against the boss on her own, managing to bring it down without too much trouble. Once Maple comes back to her senses, she is surprised at how skilled Sally is, apologizing for not being of much help in the fight. The two of them proceed to the second stage, where they run into ease. She has the new shield she prepared for Maple ready, and Maple is excited to have a white one now too. To celebrate their arrival to the second stage, Maple and Sally have dinner at a special magical place. There they have fun together, hoping that they will do well in the upcoming second event. For the second event, everyone is transported to a huge wilderness where they need to obtain medals, either by finding them or by taking them from other players they defeat. At the end of the event, they are going to be able to purchase special skills if they have enough medals for them. Due to a stroke of luck, Maple ends up falling into a hidden dungeon. Sally joins her, and the two of them work together to clear it, finding their first 2 medals. Carrying on, they find the entrance to another dungeon, but as they are about to enter, Kuromu and his group happen upon them. Since only one party can enter a dungeon, they cannot join forces. None of them want to start fighting each other, so Maple decides to let Kuromu have this dungeon, seeing that she and Sally already cleared one. Kuromu thanks her for her generosity and enters the dungeon with his party. But only moments after they enter, the dungeon entrance opens up again. Sally explains that it must mean that they either already cleared it or got wiped out really fast. Maple and Sally decide to enter after them with great caution. Their caution is warranted as they are suddenly attacked by a large, bird-like monster that fires magical icicles at them. The two girls work together in perfect sync, but even so, the monster turns out to be extremely difficult to defeat. Somehow, thanks to Maple's overpowered defenses and Sally's mastery of the game, they are able to emerge victorious in the end. For defeating a deadly boss like this one, they are rewarded with 2 eggs. Sally thinks those eggs might hatch pets that they can use in the future. The game masters overseeing the event are astonished that someone managed to defeat this boss, since they put it in as a mean joke, making it way stronger than anything anyone should be able to overcome. Maple and Sally spend some time with the eggs to try and get them to hatch. Soon enough, the 2 eggs hatch, and the one Maple picked for herself turns out to be a turtle, whom she names Syrup, while Sally's egg is revealed to be a cute little fox, whom she names Oboro. And so Syrup and Oboro become bound to them as their cute loyal pets, and they quickly realize that their pets can grow stronger and gain abilities as well. Moving on, Maple and Sally run into a girl with a katana. She placed 6th in the first event, and she appears eager to take their medals by defeating them in a battle. Not wanting to fight alone against 2, the katana-wielding girl separates Sally from Maple, baiting her to follow after by using the same super speed ability she possesses. The two of them start their duel, but before either of them can get the upper hand, Maple arrives by sliding in on her large shield. Her destructive arrival triggers the sand underneath them to give in, dropping them into a hidden dungeon. Inside of the dungeon, the 3 of them become linked by magical chains, which state that if one of them dies, all of them will share the same fate. Understanding the situation they are in, the girl with the katana decides to cooperate with them, introducing herself as Kasumi. In order to avoid the creatures which cannot be defeated, the 3 girls work together, eventually reaching the treasure room. As they decide to split all the loot and medals they find with Kasumi, she changes her mind about them, deciding that she will not try to fight them for their medals and instead becomes their friend before they go their separate ways once again. Maple and Sally do their best to explore as much as possible and find as many medals as they can. While Sally is diving in search of medals, Maple meets a friendly guy named Kaede on the beach. He states that he already found an amazing item during the event and does not care about the medal hunt anymore. So the boy gives them information on where they can find a dungeon hidden behind a puzzle. The girls thank him and go to solve the puzzle. After figuring out the puzzle, they find themselves underwater, fighting yet another extremely powerful boss monster. However, this one turns to be rather simple to handle as Maple uses Hydra to poison all of the water it is swimming in, killing it with ease. With the end of the event drawing near and them still lacking enough medals to buy skills, Sally decides to split from Maple and go on a player hunt. It is then that Sally's true mastery of the game shines through, as she easily cuts through numerous players. Returning from her hunt, Sally has managed to get a few more medals. This turns out to be enough for them to get new abilities, and Maple quickly spends her medals to make Syrup learn the ability to grow massive in size, while she learns the ability which enables her to make him float in the air. With the new update, players can form guilds by purchasing guild houses in-game. Sally already acquired the item they need to claim a house, so once Maple joins her, the two of them go searching for a nice house. Eventually, they find a beautiful, large house that resembles a tree in the woods. Deciding this is the one they want, they quickly claim it. After claiming it, they learn that they can get up to 50 guild members with a house this size. The first ones they invite are Kasumi and Kanad. They are happy to join them, and as they are talking, ease and kumor happen upon them. Maple decides to invite them into the guild as well, and the two also agree to join up. Thus, the 6 of them found the guild with Maple as their guild leader, and she decides to name the guild Maple Tree. Deciding that they will need more guild members for the upcoming events, Sally and Maple go scouting for some into the hub areas. It is there that they stumble upon 2 young girls named Yu and Mei. The 2 girls are newbies at the game and similar to Maple. They put all of their stats into a single ability score, namely Strength. Because of that, none of the other players want to team up with them, but Maple is not bothered by that in the slightest, insisting that she wants them to join her guild. Hearing that someone as famous and strong as Maple spent her stats in a similar fashion encourages the 2 girls, and they decide to accept the invitation. In order to have them join the guild, Maple and Sally have to help them defeat the final boss of the first stage, so they can enter the second stage where the guild house is. Sally decides to fight the boss on her own in order to train, and they humor her, allowing her to show off her amazing combat prowess. After arriving back at Maple Tree's home, Mei and Yu get a warm welcome from the other guild members, who are happy to have them and promise to assist them in getting stronger. Hey, thank you for staying all the way till the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. It takes only a second, but it means everything to us. Have a great day and see you in the next video.